Gunnar Nelson versus Gilbert Burns takes place on the main card of UFC Fight Night 160 Copenhagen Hermansson versus Cannonier. It's a great fight, okay? This fight will dictate who's next to get a ranked opponent at 170. Because if Gunnar Nelson wins, he's right back in the mix. If Gilbert Burns wins, he's got 2 massive wins over 2 very impressive guys. He last beat Kunchenko at 170, so he's not new to the division anymore. If he takes out Gunnar Nelson next, I wouldn't mind seeing a Gilbert Burns versus Jeff Neal. A Gunnar Nelson versus Jeff Neal. That seems like a nice name. A Gilbert Burns or Gunnar Nelson versus the winner of James Vick versus... James Vick's fighting someone. Nico Price, the winner of that one. Let's make some fights. You know what I'm saying? Now we're talking. I like Gilbert Burns at this weight. I don't think he's going to beat Gunnar Nelson. Okay, I think Gunnar Nelson's a good size 170 guy. So is Kunchenko, but Gunnar Nelson, his size comes into effect. Like, it doesn't matter really how big you are if you're going to stay on the outside and point fight like Kunchenko does. You know what I'm saying? It does matter how big you are in a weight class where you're going to be grappling someone. That weight's going to come into effect. It doesn't matter if you have an extra 3 or 4 pounds throwing leg kicks. Maybe a little bit. Not that much. It does matter if you have an extra 3, 4, 5 pounds on top of you while you're grappling someone. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Gunnar Nelson's going to get this one done. I like Gilbert Burns, man. I like Gilbert Burns. He does not get submitted either. And his last fight was on short notice, and I might blame the cardio on that, but I am going to go with Gunnar Nelson here. Actually, I'm going to go with Gunnar Nelson, but I'm worried, okay? I'm very worried right now. I feel like Burns might just run across there and KO him in the first, because we have seen Nelson KO'd, but maybe if he doesn't get eye poked, he'll be okay. I'm going to go with Gunnar Nelson here. Gilbert Burns doesn't get submitted, and it worries me, okay? It really does worry me that Gilbert Burns does not get submitted, but Gilbert Burns, I've never fought a guy as big as Gunnar Nelson. Has never fought a guy with the level of jiu-jitsu of Gunnar Nelson. I'm going to go with Gunnar Nelson by submission. That is not an easy pick. I hope you have seen the mental breakdown of me right now, because I think Gunnar Nelson takes it. I think we're going to go out there. I think Burns is going to be very aggressive in the first round. I think Gunnar Nelson is going to time a nice little takedown and end up in a favourable position while Burns is trying to rush in and land something big, because Burns does that a lot. Burns may get back up. Gunnar will get him back down. I seem to always make the mistake of thinking that Gilbert Burns is the young guy here. He's older than Gunnar Nelson by 2 years. Okay? He's had more fights than Gunnar Nelson. He's had less fights than Gunnar Nelson, is what I meant to say. Alright? But he's a bit older. Gunnar Nelson's in his prime right now, and he looks it. In his last fight, it was a little bit... It was a split decision against Leon Edwards, and now we know how good Leon Edwards is. So for Gunnar Nelson to even go to a split decision, that kind of shows something when you see what Leon Edwards did to RDA. So Gunnar Nelson's loss to Leon Edwards has gotten better with time. I feel like he's going to go out there with something to prove, get his win back in the win column, choke out Gilbert Burns in the second round, or first round, one of those two. Get a big win, and then have a fight against the winner of James Vick versus Nico Price. Diego Sanchez would be kind of fun. Or Mike Perry or Jeff Neal. There's a lot of names to play with at welterweight. I don't think they're going to give him a massive jump up in the rankings. I don't think they're going to do that at all. But I think it's going to be fun. Welterweight division is so orgasmic. I just wank to it every night, and I love it. Goodbye. See you later. Click that button there. Yeah.